The topic for debate at the Satana Political Debate Program at Stein Studios in Ratmalana yesterday was ethics. Let's take a look at some of the views that were expressed during the debate.
The President has clearly told the Ministry of Mass Media that it does not have to take the fore, that it should only come forward if there is a need for assistance. Then why is the Ministry of Mass Media publishing this on their official website and taking the fore?
The Ministry of Mass Media has a responsibility too. As a prominent institution in the media in this country, it has a responsibility to provide a guideline. The President has told officials at the Ministry of Mass Media to provide a guideline to design a code of ethics for the media.
Has the President said this?
It is not what you think about, that he thinks about as a journalist. Both are journalists, but both of you may have valuable ideas. So we can prepare a code of ethics for journalists only after we obtain everyone's ideas and subject them to discussion.
We are here accepting the fact that journalists and politicians need to have ethics. The limits of this will be determined by a small group who are close to the high chair. We need to see through that the ethics are being upheld. Examples for those lower down in society must come from the higher echelon. If I am to shorten it, then I can devise a formula for it. This means that the loss of protection for those who have no power or ability is equal to the deterioration of ethics. That is what it is. What is happening today? The limits of ethics are determined on behalf of political power.
Are there ethics in the legal profession? There are ethics in the legal profession. There is the attire, the respect for the profession and various other factors.
What are
the ethics that the politician Lalit Disanayake respects? As a politician, what are the ethics that you have? The party policy is accepting everyone democratically in the party, acting as a debater in parliament. When we go to parliament, we bow our heads. We give priority to the speaker. Something that I have seen in parliament is that when the scepter is taken away, some people get up and run. This is wrong.
You know, සමහරට පාර්ලිමේන්තුවේ සෙන්කෝලේ පාර්ලිමේන්තු ආසනවල අරයි යනකොට හුඟක් කට්ටිය දුවන නැගිටලා නැක වැරදි.
Should a code of ethics be prepared for politicians? Yes. Who should prepare this code of ethics? You prepare it and give it to us. We are ready to discuss it. So you are clearly saying that if the media and journalists prepare a code of ethics for you, as a deputy minister, you and the parliament are prepared to discuss it? We are prepared because you are people. You are the ones who elect us.
පවතින නිදහස් මාධ්‍ය වාතාවරණය සාපේක්ෂ වශයෙන්
Is it a need to comparatively weaken the present freedom of the media that belies this? I think that we should not fall to that level. I have said prior to this why there has been a breakdown in ethics in society as a whole. Thereafter, we must definitely look at an agreeable code of ethics for every field.
එකඟ වී ඇති ආචාර ධර්ම පද්ධතියක් ගැන
Developments in the Horana area today. Now speaking at this media briefing, parliamentarian Vidura Wickramanayake posed the following challenge.
I am challenging for Namal Rajapaksa to be brought here. I will resign from my position as a parliamentarian and an organizer. Accept this challenge if possible. What are they trying to do by putting up these pictures? Wasn't it this chairman who shook hands with Sarit Premadasa at a wedding and said, "You will be the next leader of the state"? This was published in the newspapers. We believe that Namal Rajapaksa will take over our party in the future.
දේශපාලන සෙප්පඩ විද්‍යා කරලා නම් මිනිසු ගෙන්න ගන්න හදන්නේ. ඒක දේශපාලනයක් නෙමෙයිනේ. මේක තමයි අවස්ථාවාදී දේශපාලනය.
The Ministry of Health says that 42 persons have lost their lives this year to dengue. Over 14,000 cases of dengue have been reported during this time frame. Meanwhile, the Chief Medical Officer of the Colombo Municipal Council, Dr. Pradeep Karivasam, says that if the relevant authorities fail to clear mosquito breeding grounds in the Colombo municipality, then the dengue disease would spread rapidly. This situation is not confined to the Colombo municipality. News First Vindhya Veerasurya visited a number of areas in the district where people face several risks of contracting dengue.
මා මේ මොහොතේ රැඳී සිටින්නේ කොළොන්නාව කුණු කන්දට පහළ ස්ථානයක. මේ මොහොතේ මාත් සමග සිටින මේ දරුවන්
I'm standing near a waste still in Kolonnava. The children who are with me all live under the shadow of this waste still. With the rapid spread of dengue, all these children are at risk of contracting the disease. This is because the waste heap you can see behind me is a breeding ground for mosquitoes. This little girl with me, Samadhi, lost her mother to dengue.
ඇති නිසායි. මාත් එක්ක මේ සිටින කුඩා දැරිය සමාධි ඇයට ඇගේ මව අහිමි වුණේත් ඩෙන්ගු මාරයාට බිලිවීමෙන්.
We uncovered that a majority of the people living near this waste heap where the Colombo Municipal Council dumps waste have been affected by dengue.
කුණු පටවනවා මෙහෙ ලෙඩ කෙලවරක් නැහැ. හැමෝම ලෙඩු ළමයි ලෙඩු. ඒ නිසා කරුණාකරලා මෙන්න මේකට ප්‍රමිතියක් අදු කරන්න කියලා බලන්න කිසිම
මදුරුවත් ඉන්නේ නැති
මදුරුව කෙලවරක් නෑ.
කියන්න බෑ මේ දොරවල් වහලා මේ ළමයි එන්නේ.
ඒ මොනවා හරි කවුරු හරි පියවරක් ගන්න කියලා අපි කියන්නේ මේවා.
පටේ මේ වගුණු ගමට මේ කොළොන්නා මේ
විතරක් නෙවෙයි එක එකට අඳුරන්න බැරි රෝග තියෙනවා.
දැන් මහජන සෞඛ්‍ය පරීක්ෂකවරුන් වෙනවද මේ පැත්තේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ නිවාසයෙන් බලන්න එනවද?
මොන එහෙම බලීලක් නැහැදී හදිසි ඩෙන්ගු කාර්යයක් ආවොත් උන ටිකක්
ඒ කවුරුහරි ළමයි ඩෙන්ගු ඇතිරි ස්පිතාලෙක හිටියොත් ඔන්න ඇවිල්ලා දුම් ගාලා මේ බල්ලා කළා මේව අස් කරගන්න කියලා කියලා යනවා. ඒ වගේ ගේක පීල් එක වතුර ලැබිලා කුණුත් ඇවිල්ලා දඩ ගහලා යනවා.
The authorities should come here and look into this. There is a waste heap, there is a stench and there are mosquitoes. Every epidemic spreads here. They do not even cover the waste heap with soil anymore.
We have cleaned up our surroundings, but it is useless because they dump waste here. There are yogurt cups and polythene and various other things here. As soon as water retains in them, mosquitoes breed. The homes are overflowing with mosquitoes. People have collected bottles and various other rubbish and dumped it near my house. My elder son has 4 children. The infant was 3 months old when he died. They said it was dengue. I'm the grandmother and I looked after him since he was 3 months old. The mother died because of dengue. The baby was 3 months old when the mother died, and 7 women here breastfed him. This is how I raised these children.
Meanwhile, the News First cameras also captured footage of a number of other mosquito breeding sites in Colombo. Residents of several areas expressed their views about the scant regard paid to the state of public hygiene.
Here's a report filed by News First. You reporter Chandrasena Gamage from Ranna.
Hundreds of people arrive at the Angunukola Palasa District Hospital on a daily basis. However, this pond has not been cleaned for some time. Moreover, weeds have grown in close proximity to the hospital. This provides an environment conducive for the breeding of mosquitoes.
On several instances, News First reports on incidents where pipelines carrying fuel have ruptured. An oil leak reported in the pipeline transporting fuel from the Colombo harbour to Kolonnava. A pipeline transporting fuel from the Colombo harbour to the storage facility in Bloemendal ruptures. Yesterday, the pipeline transporting fuel to the storage facility in Kolonnava ruptures yet again. Why do these pipelines continue to rupture? Shouldn't the pipelines be repaired?
Moving on to more local news, fishermen in Kalamatia lament that they face numerous difficulties due to the lack of a proper fisheries harbour. They point out that this has led to an increase in the prices of fish.
මේ පටිගත කිරීම කරන දැන් වෙලාව හරියටම
The time of this recording is 11 p.m. The hustle and bustle at the Kalamatia Fisheries Harbour is evident as fishermen who set out to sea return to land. Traders have flocked to this location to purchase fish.
The News First team decided to visit this location in time for the return of fishermen who set out to sea in order to get a first-hand look into the problems faced by fishermen. Fishermen have to work tirelessly to bring their boats to shore due to the lack of proper fishery. The fishermen point out that despite making repeated requests for a fisheries harbour, this request is yet to be materialised.
We cannot bring a boat ashore. We cannot even bring the catch ashore or load ice into the boats. The boat may collide with a multi-day fishing vessel. We have been made waiting hopefully for the past 50 or 60 years. If a pier is constructed, the traders can purchase fish from one side. We cannot set out to sea and sell our catch for 200 rupees. If we set out to sea for 4 or 5 days, under the current circumstances, we will be in debt to the tune of 25,000 or 30,000 rupees. If we catch 100 kilograms of fish, we can only earn 25,000 rupees. When we settle the cost for fuel, we will be left with nothing.
The issues faced by fishermen in Kalamatia was highlighted at the Gammadda program organised by News First.
දැන් අපි රුපියල් මිලියන 900ක් ඒ කියන්නේ කෝටි 90ක් වෙන් කරලා තියෙනවා කලමිටිය.
We have allocated 900 billion rupees for the construction of a fisheries harbour in Kalamatia. We have already created the design for this purpose. We will commence work in another 2 or 3 months. With the harbour comes the issue of the nets. Measures will be taken to address these issues.
වැඩ පටන් අර ගන්නවා දීවර වරාය. ඒ දීවර වරායත් එක්කම අපිට තියෙන එකක් තමයි මාදල්. ඒකේ ප්‍රශ්නය ඒකේ කටපරල් කිරීම ඒ සියලු වැඩ කටයුතු අපි දාලා තියෙනවා ඒකට. ඒකයි රෝම් මඩ ටික ඉවත් කිරීමයි ඒ සියල්ලමයි පාර හැදීමයි. මේ ඔක්කොම අපි කටයුතු කරනවා.
The Gammadda program organised by News First not only brought the lack of a proper fisheries harbour in Kalamatia to the attention of the relevant authorities, but also highlighted the issues that plague the fishing community. The Gammadda program will be telecast on our sister channel Sirasa TV after the 10 p.m. prime time news bulletin.